Here at Intoxicated Reviews, we intellectually dissect the art of cinema, scene by scene. Here's some clips.
All he is just a fucking big wooden doll full of cum, chasing kids around.
You look up guys who poop in a bag. I think that's where you'll find him. Because he is hurt.
It's probably just in your search history anyway, isn't it?
This movie fucking blows.
So don't forget to subscribe to Intoxicated Reviews on all places you find podcasts. Except Spotify. We're working on it.
Boys Club. Is it called Boys Club because my apartment looks like a boy lives in it?
I wouldn't say a boy lives in it. I would say a boy is kidnapped somewhere in here. Boys Club. We're everything. We're true crime. We're world star hip hop.
World star hip hop. We're Netflix reviews.
Stories of the day. Boys Club. Listen.
Yeah, do it. We're on iTunes. We're on Spotify. I think. No, we're not. And on Google Play. Nobody gives a shit.
Boys Club. Boys Club Podcast. Now with 90% more sound clips of black people. Boys Club. Touch me, and I'll sue.
Do not take product if you are hypersensitive.
Do you suffer from imposter syndrome?
No, because people tend to say that I underappreciate myself or underestimate myself.
Okay,
but I'm more just honest. Cause like when people are like, "Oh, you're so good at this," I'm like, I don't really think that I am yet. Cause my old job, I hardly did anything.
Right.
So I feel like people who saw me in moments where I was doing things were like, "Oh yeah, you're really good." But I just never put a lot of credit to that because I just didn't feel like I was doing enough.
Have like a one hair.
Maybe it is imposter syndrome. Maybe it isn't. Maybe I don't know. It could very well be.
Yeah, no, okay. So I suffer from like a very similar sort of situation where it's basically like I refuse to believe that like any of my results or success is actually the result of like my own like hard work. It's literally just like, oh no, that must have just come together, or like, yeah, no, that's imposter syndrome, my dear.
I think I definitely have that. It's interesting because the tarot card reader last night was like, you don't celebrate enough.
Oh fuck, that hit hard.
Yeah, like you don't actually, and it's true because I don't feel like I've had true fun or like celebration of like, you know, like if you celebrate a birthday or if you celebrate getting a promotion and whatever that celebration is, whether that's a dinner with your boyfriend or with your friends or even just like having a bath like with yourself, like I haven't done that in like so long because right now I'm like kind of overwhelming myself with work to avoid depression.
Legit, yeah.
Like legitimately like this.
Yeah.
Like being like, okay, I'm having a Halloween party. I need to throw myself into decorating the apartment.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of side job offers in addition to this new full-time job that I'm saying yes to when I probably shouldn't because I'm going to be exhausting myself. Yeah. Because I'm going to be working. I work 7 hours and then I'm probably committing to another 2 hours of work.
Right.
Each day. Plus, you know, I gotta get home. Like it's just there's so many things.
No,
and
you
then
still have to feed and water yourself. You still need to fucking.
And then before you know it, it's 2 a.m. and you're like, I have to be up at 7. What?
See, that's the one thing I don't struggle with is no matter what life throws at me, no matter how much I've taken on, what is on my plate, my bitch ass is in bed by 10, motherfuckers.
You've always talked about being really good at that.
That's such an early, like, oh, do not fuck with me past like 11 o'clock. I don't even remember. My mind is a vortex past 11 p.m.
That's inspirational though. That's like, I would like to get there.
No, I would like to stay up past that for like, I don't know, maybe social occasions or like, like my boyfriend's the opposite. He would rather, like, he's a creative mind, so he would rather stay up until 4 a.m. thinking about stuff and then sleep until 4 p.m. the next day. Whereas
That's me.
I like to get up at 8:30 and start my day, drink my coffee, let's take a shower. Let's get going.
You're a morning person.
And I never realized it until I realized that I hate waking up at or starting my day at like 3 or 4 and realize I've just missed everything.
It's harder for morning people to be night people, or it's harder for morning people to like on occasion be a night person. I feel like with night people, they can get up early. They'll just be miserable pieces of shit.
Yeah.
But we can get up early, but we're a little more used to operating on no
Oh my
sleep.
God, no. Costco's tried so hard to take me to movies at like 9 p.m. and I fall asleep in the theater every time.
9 is, I feel like the movies that start like 9:30, 10 are too late.
It's rude.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like 2-3 hours. Like, fuck.
Yeah, it's too late. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, so, self-care. I got to do the more self-care stuff. But
So that's the thing is pick one. You know what I mean? That's what I
one
do.
thing.
Is at the very least, pick one and give it to yourself. Whether that's sleep, whether that's food, whether that's water, pick one.
That's actually really good advice.
Let the other two slide if you need to, but pick
Interesting.
one.
Right.
That's where I'm always at. I'm
and then
at
you can
least I'm
pick away at it.
Exactly, because I can. Yeah, exactly. Like once I feel like, okay, I got enough sleep today. Let's work on getting something into my belly. Or okay, I ate something earlier. Let's see if I can have a glass of water now.
Right. The water thing is like, I'm so bad at that. And
I've gotten actually really
so
good
many
at
days.
it, except for coffee.
Oh yeah. I've been known to like, I'll be like, I'm so thirsty. I'll get to work, be like coffee, and then I don't feel a thirst anymore.
Yeah.
But I am still thirsty. I've been
always
masking
have a beverage in
it.
my hand. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm always thirsty. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've gotten better at resorting to water. Mio helps. Mio really helps.
Oh, like the little juice things?
Yeah, I thought it was dumb at first, but now I refer to it as delicious water and like.
Yeah, and it just adds some little flavor.
Yeah. Little spritz. All of a sudden, it's
Interesting.
basically juice, but with no cow.
Oh, I gotta get into that. I'm obsessed with bubbly water. That's my thing.
I mean, I'm not mad at this because it's got that slight flavor to it, but it does still taste like TV static.
That's so funny. That is what it tastes like. That's so
I
interesting.
totally saw that in like a tweet or something, but like immediately related.
TV static. Oh my gosh. You guys, I'm very excited for this. This is part 2 of the Halloween episode, coming out on November 1st, the day after Halloween, which is convenient.
The Halloween hangover.
Oh my God, I love that. I'm very excited to welcome back. Oh my gosh, you've been on this podcast so much.
I know.
You're a regular at this
I
point.
just keep like moseying my way in. I'm like, I'm relevant, right?
I love it. And I said it earlier, you're an expert in all things spooky and sexy. It's Frankie. You were on not too long ago.
Yeah,
not too long ago. And you were on last year's Halloween episode.
Yes, which is
with
very
Amy.
relevant. I'm actually kind of excited because I think a lot of what we're going to cover today kind of touches on our last episode
Ooh.
about like the self-love, self-care kind of situation, but in more of
Perfect.
like a
Halloween-y
intentional
sense.
way.
Yes. So I reached out to you because I was like panicking for an episode, and I got to do a tarot card reading with Neighborhood Witch, and we chatted for about 10 minutes. Yeah. But I paid for the half hour, and I didn't want to waste the rest of his time. So I was like, okay, let's do a 10-minute chat, and I want to get into the reading now. So I did 20-minute reading and then a 10-minute chat with him about just what he does and stuff. But I was like, I need more juice. I need more juice to this Halloween episode because it's my favorite holiday. I know you're a huge Halloween fan.
Oh, absolutely.
You go hard like I do, and I appreciate that.
I didn't
so
book
much.
a whole vacation this year like I did last year.
Yes, you did a Halloween vacation.
It was great, and I didn't go anywhere. I didn't do anything. I just sat at home. I watched horror movies. I think I had a spooky photo shoot done. Like it was great.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it was fun.
Awesome.
But no, I go hard. Yeah, like we've been just like spooky movies. I decorated spooky cookies last night.
I saw those cookies.
We did the jack-o'-lanterns. We usually do the Fear Farm and Churro, which we didn't get to this year, but
every single year I'm like, I need to go, and life's just been too insane.
yeah,
to
and
go,
like
but-
every time I'm like, oh, let's go this day. The stars have aligned. Everything is flawless. I'm like, oh, look, it rained. I'm like, I just don't want to stand in a corn maze for like an hour in the rain. I just don't.
Halloween is one of those holidays that you can really
it's
you
totally
can do
gonna rain
so
tomorrow.
much. You can do so much on Halloween though. Like there's so many ways you can celebrate it.
Well, that's the thing is why. Okay, no, I tweeted about this because I was pissed off, but my tweets are hilarious, by the way.
I
Everybody
love
follow me.
you on Twitter.
Hot dogs, please. It is just brain garbage.
Plug your Twitter right now.
Yeah,
so people
just-
can. What's your
just
Twitter
at
handle?
hot dogs, please.
Oh my God, it is. That's right. You have such an awesome handle. It's amazing.
I just love hot dogs.
No, I love that. I love that.
But yeah, no, I tweeted about this because like fucking Hallmark starts like the Christmas movie marathon like November 1st, and it's literally 24/7. They're like, we got you, fam. We got Christmas movies for days. And a lot of Christmas lovers love that, and you know what? They can have it. That's fine. I'm not into the Christmas movies. I am into the Christmas season.
Right.
But where the fuck? I can't even get like one horror movie marathon on AMC or some bullshit. Like I have cable. Where the fuck are my Halloween movies? I pay for cable, Sarah.
See, my rant involves the stores.
I don't. My boyfriend pays for cable.
As we are recording this is the day before Halloween.
Yeah.
when I was prepping for my live stream, which was on Saturday, I was like wanting to pick up some last minute things. They already started taking down the Halloween decorations. They moved it. They moved it to another like corner of Walmart, and I was like, "This isn't
You
fair."
should see Winners.
Oh yeah,
It's a winter wonderland.
it's listen. Okay, and I'm not a huge Christmas fan, but like
You can have it, yeah.
But just give me my Halloween until November 1st, at least.
Right?
And then give me the discount candy.
I think November
then-
itself should be kind of like a Nightmare Before Christmas themed holiday month.
Yes!
Where you get the little bit best of both worlds.
You
listen
should.
to side A and B.
Yes. But also, like, I also kind of feel like maybe wait until after Remembrance Day for all the commercialization and all that. Kind of feel like that too.
I used to feel that way, and even coming from a military background, like both my parents were in the military, I kind of feel like enough people thought that they could do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no,
But-
that's fair. It's just, it's a lot down my throat.
Yeah, no, it is a lot. Like,
You know, like...
the commercialism is a lot.
yeah, for anything.
Like, let people decorate their houses, let them celebrate all that exciting stuff, but like same like regurgitated like Star Wars ornaments every year. You know what I mean? Like, I just want like some nice like silver balls or some shit. Like,
you know what I want to do when I have a bigger place? I want to get a black Christmas
I have
tree.
one. It's 7 foot tall. It is my goth Christmas dream.
Shut
and
up.
I almost decorated it for Halloween.
Well, that was the thing. I want to make a Halloween tree.
Yeah, no, I want to make it a year-round tree, but just a goth tree.
And like just redo it so you do
Like, I'll just
Halloween
cover
on-
it in faces of Robert Smith.
Ah! Ah! Oh my gosh, this is great. I love it. I love how
Absolutely
stoked you are.
relevant to our subject matter, what we're gonna do with our tree.
Well,
but no,
I have
it's
a-
Canadian Tire. It was expensive, but it's beautiful.
I saw someone on Amazon and I almost did it, but I was like, I have nowhere in here to put it. Like it's just like,
Oh yeah, nowhere in my apartment. It was like,
it's too
Costa, we're
small.
putting a 7 foot giant Alaskan black pine tree in our fucking living room.
If, only you, Frankie, only you. I
Like
love it.
covered in black glitter ornaments. Like, it's literally the most extra goth Christmas.
I die for that. I love darkness and I just love all of it. We're here today. We're going to talk about some spooky-ish stuff, but I have a question to open this because I messaged you. My first question was, do you know things about spells?
Yes.
Because when I was at Neighborhood Witch, which, by the way, maybe we should start lighting this incense now.
Oh, yeah,
So I picked up some banishing incense.
Yeah, let's banish some bad energies.
From Neighborhood Witch, and I also have some candles we're going to light after we use the banishing incense. Because I was telling her, I was like, I'm just in a bad spot. I feel like I gotta banish some negativity, and she's like, yeah, you should light the banishing incense and then light the love candles, and it'll be kind of like a cool transition. I don't have a holder like I thought I did, so I might just hold it like this.
Fine. Do we have like...
Is there something else we could put it in?
Honestly, like if I've not had an incense burner, I've just used like, again, a glass or honestly anything you can just like prop it up into.
That actually works.
Which I feel like really plays into the idea of like, this is not this is not your professional witchcraft. I'm not bringing out your grandma's grimoire. Like,
No.
this is
We are
very
everyday beginner witches.
yeah. This is like your 2019 making do with what we've got.
Hell
like,
yeah. Hell DIY.
exactly.
The DIY, but Neighborhood Witch is such a great spot.
They really
It's
are
so great.
They have so much there, and like they're so willing to like answer questions and like talk to you about things. Like, I've never had a bad experience with Neighborhood Witch. They're super friendly and responsive on their social media pages as well.
Yeah.
And I can't remember if they still do them. They used to do subscription boxes.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Oh, that would be like such a good friggin' gift. I'd be like, send me all the spooky things.
I used to light incense all the time as a kid. Am I doing this right? There we go. I think that
My
is this
parents
like
used
two
to,
in
and
our
then
face.
I realized they were smoking pot.
Oh, this is spooky. I love this. That's not two in our face. No,
it's totally
kind
fine.
of pointed away from us.
What kind of
and
scents are we working with?
that kind. It is. It's nice. It smells like the inside of like a witchy shop.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, like it's that. I don't really know how to describe.
I can't
scents.
place
I'm
scents
bad at
that
it.
well. There's definitely like, again, I don't even know my correspondence off the top of my head. I still reference a book. Like, I would not be able to tell you what goes with what yet. Like, that is how incredibly, like, there's too much on the go. This is for somebody that's got a full-time fucking job and depression and can't engage in hobbies. Barely does the things that they actually want to do, but still wants to invoke the universe.
Yes, the busy witch.
The busiest fuck witch, the depressed witch, the basic witch,
Yes!
the The witch that doesn't have fucking time.
We don't have time. We're just doing the bare essentials. Were you a fan of The Craft?
I'm not gonna lie, I've never seen The Craft. Like, okay, so bits and pieces on like Much Music when I was younger, but I've never sat down.
Can you please watch it?
No, I've always wanted to. I just have never sat down and given the time. I will admit that.
Frankie!
I'm sorry.
You're forgiven because I love you. But that's when I asked the guy who did my reading at Neighborhood Witch, I was like, how did you get into all this? And he's like, so I watched The Craft. And I was like, oh my God.
So God. When I was like 10 years old, I saw Practical Magic.
Practical Magic, I mean, that's, I would say those are my two.
Yeah.
Like Hocus Pocus would be third.
Hocus Pocus I found was like more of a gimmicky witch, but like Practical Magic made me want to practice.
Oh, well, yeah. Nicole Kidman's character in that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
She made me gay.
Yes.
And among other things, it's fine.
So good. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to like pop that on.
But yeah, like I remember being like 10 years old and a friend of mine and I, like we saw Practical Magic and we loved it. And like, I know everybody made like shampoo potions, but we were literally like mixing essential oils and like casting intentions upon them and then wearing them as perfumes.
Wow.
Like between 10 and 12 years old.
We did so in The Craft, there's calling the corners, like earth, air, fire, water, earth, air. So like we did more of that kind of gimmicky stuff. We weren't as hardcore as you. But like when I saw The Craft, I was like, that was a whole phase of my life. That,
oh my gosh.
Like
that mood.
We each had an element. And like I was always the water because I'm a Pisces.
Gotcha.
I'm definitely a water sign for sure.
See, no, I saw that Taurus rising as soon as I met you.
Oh my God, the Taurus rising. I've only like...
I saw all your Taurus placements as soon as I met you.
Well, I do realize that I self-soothe a lot with sleep and food. So
that's such a Taurus.
That is
No, you just seem like more like loud and upfront like a Taurus than a Pisces would be. Like a Pisces would be more like reserved and like quiet.
Kind of how I always thought. I was like, I do think deep
but
down
that's your
Pisces,
rising. Your rising is what you like spread out to the world. So like I saw you as a Taurus before I knew you were a Pisces.
That's so interesting.
And that's exactly what your rising
I hated
really
it
does.
at first, but I'm embracing the Taurus now.
I feel that. I have placements that I don't love. I have a Cancer Venus and I hate it.
Ooh, my Venus is an Aquarius.
Oh, that's almost as bad.
And which is odd because like out of all of them, when I was reading about it, I was like,
are harsh.
Yeah.
Air Venuses are confusing because they still like there's still something there. You probably need to be like mentally stimulated. Like you probably don't like a partner who's stupid.
Oh, 100%. Well, it was talking about how like you're more attracted to like the unconventional forms of
fucking
intimacy.
Weirdos.
Yeah.
Aquarians love weirdos.
Yeah.
And they're very like humanitarian.
Because they're weirdos.
Yes.
They're weirdos.
They are the weirdos, mister.
Yeah, they are.
See, I'm culturally aware. I just haven't seen it. I'm sorry.
So we have the banishing the vanishing incense going, but you know a thing or two about spells.
A thing or two, yeah. So like a lot of what I do isn't as ritualistic as what most witchcraft really is. I have always used the term solitary or secular to describe my witchcraft because that directly implies that I'm not really adhering to any deity.
Interesting. And also, too, I didn't really realize that, like, anyone can do spells.
Anybody. Okay, the thing is like, honestly, anything is a spell. Deciding not to step on a crack is a spell. Deciding that you prefer to stir your coffee clockwise, counterclockwise, whatever, that in itself is a spell. Like, the small things that you decide for yourself because your intuition kicked in, those are spells.
Yeah. It's kind of the power of the mind.
Exactly. It's literally, all a spell really is finding a way to ground yourself, figure out your intention, and manifest that and release that energy back into the universe so it can basically release it back into you.
And I mean, a lot of the self-help talk
and I could be paraphrasing that.
Well, yeah, no, 100%. But like even like self-help talk, like of affirmations and positive self-talk, that's kind of the same thing.
Witchcraft is nothing if not a conduit for that.
Yeah.
It's really just a vessel, like a catalyst, if you will.
Interesting. So when I went into Neighborhood Witch, I was like, what kinds of things could I get for spells?
Yeah.
That are simple and like...
Yeah, for sure.
And they said incense and candles, like candle magic. But what do you got for me?
So candle magic is definitely one of the like easiest to like
Easier
start
ones.
with. I like to combine candle magic with color magic. Well, candle magic in itself is a form of color magic, I suppose, but color magic is everywhere. So color magic is as simple as putting on your favorite red dress and feeling like a spicy fucking hot pepper. Like, you know what I mean?
So it's like being affected by colors kind of thing?
Yeah, absolutely. Every single color does have an energy that's associated with it. And like you feel it, you know what I mean? It's used in advertising, it's used in marketing all the time.
Right.
Those sorts of things, whether or not you call it magic, that's magic. It's energy, it's intention, it's auras, you know what I mean? Like it's all wrapped in a universal feeling. Like those certain colors cause most people to react that way. It invokes a universal feeling.
Which is interesting, because what do you think black?
Black generally invokes a sense of power. That's why, like
The black dress? Like when you put on a black dress?
Like if like black dress is what you want to put on, and side note, loved your costume, when you want to feel Morticia Addams, when you want to be like in charge, powerful bitch. But the thing about Morticia Addams is, you know, she still has a heart.
Yeah, that's why I like her.
Yeah, no, she's great.
I
and
knew
like,
I always wanted to do Morticia.
And that's the thing, is by putting on a dress like Morticia's, you invoke that energy. And you feel it in yourself, and you're ready to project that back into the world.
Heck yes.
That in itself is a spell.
Right. Interesting. Do you do spells a lot?
I'm not as intentional with them as I would like to be. Again, I'm fucking lazy. I'm depressed as shit. I've been dealing with a lot. I just quit my job due to mental health.
Right.
Like, I've been spiraling a lot lately. And
Oh my God, we're both spiraling.
Oh yeah, for sure. In different ways.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I'm glad that I do have some like time off coming up that I can devote to myself and try to get back into, maybe not even necessarily rituals or even daily practicing, but just starting to be more intentional with myself. I've never taken like affirmations seriously. I've never been able to do them. I think we talked about this on the last episode, actually.
Yeah.
Like, and I've never taken them seriously. But I guess really the whole point is that when you finally do take them seriously, it means they worked.
Right.
So like that's something that I'm like, I would like to work on and see if that works for me.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, using like various forms of magic is a really good way to kind of be intentional about it and set yourself up for, I don't know, receiving what it is that you hope to manifest.
Because I did some research today.
Yeah.
Just about spells.
Oh, if I didn't hit the Google machine before I came over, I would look like such an asshole right now. Like, oh yeah, let's be real.
And there's a lot of like modern like spells like articles, and a lot of them were like because I googled essentially spells for heartbreak or spells to get over heartbreak, and one of them even mentioned they're like block them from social media, and you wouldn't think that was a witchcraft thing, but literally it was part of the spell.
You could pull up that person's page and you could like have the block option ready to go, and if you like say and affirm to yourself something along the lines of like, I am banishing this person. Like they are no longer affecting me. They no longer need to have any effect on my life. I am getting rid of them.
I know, it's so hard though. For me,
and
it's like
it's the part of being intentional about it.
Yeah, I have those moments, but then I just totally relapse. Totally.
You're allowed. You're a human.
Like, and it's just it's so frustrating because I want to have that, like I was literally last night, like, raging and drinking and smoking cigarettes, which I never smoke cigarettes, ever, but when I'm really feeling it, I was just, like, needed something, and I was just like, I love him, I hate him, I love him, I hate, like, I was just, like, going back and forth.
Yeah.
And it was just, so I have to get to a place where I am ready to let go, and that's why I'm kind of diving into things like tarot.
Yeah,
and
honestly,
spells.
like one of the best things that I have like read on dealing with like love and heartbreak in the forms of magic is to really turn it inward. And you know, like you never want to cast a spell that is specific about, you know, like a person,
right?
Like that sort of
like
thing.
A love spell.
Yes, exactly. I actually have a note here like about love spells.
Ooh, tell me.
And just basically really, really affirming for yourself that the love spell is for you.
Not him.
Not even for him, and not even for you, like, as a couple. It's like, for example, you know, like, say you're looking at happy couples and you find yourself getting frustrated or jealous or whatever it is.
I mean, yeah.
What is... I'm legit, no, for sure. But, like, that's a good opportunity, at least, like... Again, I've read all of this, like, very, very, you know, like, touched myself up on it before I came over so I could feel confident.
Yes.
But, like, it gives you an opportunity, if not even later, to kind of reflect and be like, okay, so if I felt that jealousy or that frustration, what was it that they seemed to have that I wanted? Was it really just each other, or was it a sense of security? Was it a sense of happiness?
Yeah.
Was it a sense of, did they seem carefree? Did they really seem like they were enveloped in each other? What is it about their connection that you really, really want it, and how can you make it for yourself?
Yeah, I often think about that, and I always try to sum it up in one sentence, and it's always very sad. Like,
and I don't think you have to, though. I think you're allowed to break it up into sentences. You could
multiple
make a fucking poem if you wanted.
A fucking paragraph paper thesis,
if a certain song in particular is what's helping you affirm those feelings.
Selena Gomez, her new song.
Well, if that's if that's what helps you sum up your feelings and affirm them, but that's a way.
That's a way to do it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, because that's always really funny, because I feel like part of me is like, ooh, I want to try a love spell. And I'm like, you're right, though. It has to be more about you.
Yeah, it's wanting to invite a certain energy in instead of being like, why don't I have that with him? Or why doesn't he want that with me?
Right.
It's more or less like, I want that feeling for myself because I deserve it.
Yeah. Oh, oof. And do you know about attachment styles?
That I don't, actually.
So that's there's different types of attachment styles based
Right.
on how you were raised and your childhood upbringing, and it kind
Okay.
of forms how you form attachments.
Right.
And there's different kinds. And when I did the quiz, I came up as anxious.
Interesting.
And I'm always very nervous that people are going to leave me.
Right.
I'm always on edge because no one's stuck around.
Oh God, I'm curious what mine is.
You should look it up. I have a book.
Okay.
I'll show you the book. And you could probably read them and figure
What's
it out.
your love language?
My love language is definitely words of affirmation.
Feel
and,
you.
and quality time.
Feel you hard.
Those two, for sure.
Yeah.
I made a joke the other day that my love language is crying about you in public, but that's just because I'm crying too much in public. It's so fucking annoying. But I need those words of affirmation.
Yeah.
I'm not so cuddly, although I am craving that more lately.
Okay,
But
okay. I fucking feel you.
yeah, just
No, that's
tell
the
me
thing.
I'm great. Tell me
No,
I'm great.
That's exactly it. Well, tell me that you're proud of me. Tell me that I did a good job. Tell me that I'm making a difference. And I feel like, did your mom not say that enough to you growing up?
My family was never really the lovey-dovey family.
Okay,
so that made me have an anxious attachment style.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, so I have issues with that. And in this situation, I was always anxious with this person. And then it turned out being true that he cut it off and he's gone. So when I see people who are couples that are really secure and there for each other and they see each other, that's what triggers the jealousy. And
Interesting.
why don't I have that, and why can't someone just fucking stick around? Interesting. It's like a crushing loneliness feeling. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. But I want to reiterate too, when I talk about stuff like this, I'm not looking for pity.
Oh no, you're just transparent as fuck, and I love that about you.
Yeah, I'm not looking for pity, and I truly am the guy yesterday said it's called shadow work, when you actually go really deep.
Oh my
into
God,
the,
dude, yeah.
really brutally honest aspects of yourself, and you go, okay, why is this happening?
Yes.
And how do I work on this? Okay, so I have to work on this by going for actually available men who are actually available to me and want to be with me. That's my first habit that I need to break.
Yeah.
To stop these anxious feelings.
If you're not changing, you're choosing.
Exactly. So I know what needs to be done. It's just getting there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's just the
and
getting
that's
there.
the thing is I feel exactly the same way about my job.
Yes, you could totally apply it to your job.
Because I fucking love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And that's the thing is it feels like an abusive relationship because I know I have to go, but I'm still in love.
Right. Yeah. Oh. Oof. Oof.
Yeah.
Okay. This banishing incense needs to flow over us.
Actually, let's point that towards us.
Yeah.
We're banishing all the. But the audience, they don't need this as much as we do.
We both need to let go of things. They're different things.
No, for sure.
But we both need to let go of things to be our true happiest selves.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's there's obviously something holding us back. So it's about finding out what that is, finding out how to banish it, and how to use magic to your advantage.
And I read about this thing called cord cutting. And I don't really know what cord, I only read about it.
It's just using briefly. It as
visual.
Yeah, that's exactly it. If you represent an actual cord or a small piece of rope as something that you need to cut out of your life and you actually cut it, Like it creates that physical doing something and you feel it in your soul.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
One of them was like, you need to picture that person in front of you and picture ropes in between you and actually visualize cutting.
Yeah.
Oof, oh boy.
Yeah.
That's some deep shit.
Yeah, no, and I'll admit, like, I haven't gotten far far into that kind of thing yet, just because it's very daunting and it's time consuming. And again, I'm busy and I'm depressed.
Yeah. Fuck, we should start a paranormal podcast or something, like a witchy podcast.
How much you have on the go, woman?
I know, right? Yeah, let's start another side project for both of us.
Yeah, that's what we need.
That's what we both need.
Yeah.
But I thought about it today. I was like, there's so many people in around Halifax that like I want to talk to, like astrologists.
Oh my God, right?
Friggin' mediums. Like I would love to dive into that world.
I wish it was like easier to form a community, but then I'm just like, oh, I hate people.
Right? Okay, so you have notes, so let's get into your notes.
So I thought I would I don't know, I gathered like a little bit of things. It's really just like brain garbage all over the page. And then I brought my book for reference and I brought some fun tattoo tarot cards.
Yeah, we're going to do tarot cards again.
Cool.
Because I love it.
Like, basically, like the be all end all of spell work, so to speak, is really just the process again of like grounding, building, and releasing. So figuring out what it is that you want to invite or invoke, or maybe it's something you want to banish. Building up the energy to release that. So for example,
yes,
one of the best ways to manifest self-love or self-care or just beauty and love in general is, talking to our good friend Venus and doing a little bit of sex magic.
Oh, let's talk about the sex magic, baby.
So, it's not as exciting as it sounds. Masturbation is something that we all do every day almost anyway. Just start thinking about it. Think about, you're already doing it. You're already focusing very hard and you're meeting your most intimate self.
And it's energy.
Absolutely. But that's exactly it. It's your most intimate self. You are tapping into your own very center.
Right.
And that's the thing is you are making yourself feel something that, first of all, maybe only you can.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even if not, you know what I mean? Like, you're still forming this incredible connection to yourself.
Right.
Whether you're, I'll admit that there's often times where I masturbate and it's just getting the poison out. Like, I don't even care. I'm just here to come and go on with my day. Sometimes you just gotta come and go on with your day.
Yeah.
But, there's other times where you are real into it and you're feeling it and you're super, you feel that primal animalistic urge in you. And, edging can also come into play with that, which is tons of fun.
See, I find it hard to edge myself. That's the weird thing.
I have okay discipline with it, but it took me a while to get into it because I was like, why would I?
Especially with the Satisfier. Like, there's not
Turn
much.
it down a couple notches before you're ready to go.
There's not much.
Distract
time
yourself
there.
somehow.
Oh my gosh.
Switch the porno. Swipe right on Reddit. I don't know.
There should be an edging setting on vibrators that you set it to get really intense and then stop.
Oh, you could probably do that with a Wii Vibe. Oh, I wonder.
Little assignment. We got an assignment up in front.
Maybe. But basically, you're tapping into your most intimate self, and you're really forming that connection. And in doing so, you can really focus on your intention. And one of the best things to focus on while masturbating is loving yourself. It's something as simple as that, as loving yourself, knowing that you're worthy of love.
She pointed at me when she said that.
I'm calling you out.
Yeah, no, I said it today to my best friend. I was like, because she was like, you need to understand why you do these really bad patterns that leave you so heartbroken. I was like, I think
you need to listen to the pattern. It's shaming you for a reason.
I think I go for unavailable people because I deep down don't think I deserve it. Like someone to actually be with.
Yeah.
And that's fucked.
Yeah.
That is fucked and not right.
And that's fair, and you're allowed to recognize that, and you're allowed to make mistakes. You are human.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think I'm done. I don't want to say it for sure because I'll fuck that up again. Yeah. Probably.
But I don't know, it's for lack of a better term, essentially, just connecting to the intention and fucking yourself into loving yourself again.
So is this kind of while you're in the process, you're actually being like, I'm awesome, I'm worthy.
And whatever works for you. Things like I am sexy or, whatever it is that you need, to get off.
Right. Interesting. Being turned on by yourself.
Basically, exactly that.
Yeah. You're I do me.
Oh, fuck yeah. Would you fuck me?
Because you're right. Sometimes it is just getting the poison out. I love that saying, getting the poison out.
Yeah.
But other times you can actually look at yourself and go, oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, especially, like, that's why, like, get into it. Light candles, turn on incense, put on lingerie, fucking
Yes.
put on music that makes you feel like a bad bitch, striptease for yourself in the mirror, fucking take pictures of yourself, send nudes, do whatever it is that makes you feel fucking hot.
I love that.
Use all of that to build up your energy and then release it through the orgasm.
By yourself.
For yourself.
But could this be done during sex too?
With partner? Absolutely. But there's definitely, I mean, it would just be different.
It would just
I
be,
guess.
It would be different, yeah.
And I feel like it would be best, like, I feel like it's definitely easiest to do it through masturbation because it's hard to mix energies. I probably wouldn't recommend it for partnered sex unless it was something that was, like, gratuitously communicated.
Right.
And you folks were, like, on the same page and, like, really,
If he was kind of into it too.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just because, again, I feel like it would be difficult to blend energies.
Yeah.
Granted, I mean, like, covens exist and people perform spell work together all the time. So, and again, I'm not an expert.
Right.
But I find that, like, masturbation in itself is just one of the greatest ways to, like, tap into your inner self and really harness your own energy and what you are capable of.
That's so true. And I think we are too rushed sometimes. We don't give ourselves the time.
And that's exactly it. Sometimes I'm just getting the poison out at 8:30 in the morning before I go to work. When you know what, I deserve like an hour. I deserve candles. I deserve to give myself foreplay.
Yes, foreplay for yourself. Get the poison out should be the title. I love that. That's essentially what we're trying to do here, pretty much.
In a manner of speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Sex magic. That's so interesting. I wonder what it's like for like witches to get it on together. Like a guy witch and a girl witch, or a girl witch and a girl witch. Like
witch orgy.
A witch orgy? Like that would be powerful.
I feel like that was the first porn I saw.
Yes, that's right. I love it.
Let's throw back to that first episode.
Go back and listen to all the Frankie eps.
Yeah, why not? Mm-hmm. See how many hair colors I've had since.
Oh my god, I was just thinking, like, I think you had pink hair on the last one, and it was very like gold
like
sequin background. Like we're dark now.
Yeah.
We're dark.
It's okay. It's green and blue and a weird one under here. I don't know what to call it.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah. So what about glamours? Can we talk about glamours?
Yeah. So I do actually want to reference this book a little bit.
Yes, please reference it.
Yeah, I can't remember where she was saying it. There it is. Okay, Fashion Magic. There we go.
So this is The Inner Witch by.
Yeah, Gabriella Hairstick. I don't know if I'm mispronouncing that, but she is on Twitter, and she's absolutely wonderful.
Ooh, I love that.
But I bought this book recently because I knew her from Twitter, and I was like, well, if she wrote a book, I would like to read it. But she has a really cool section in this book. Like, a lot of it is just everything that, like, a modern beginner witch would need to know.
Right.
To, like, start developing her own path. And that's the thing, is a path can be whatever you want. A path can involve a coven. A path can be ritualistic. A path can be solitary. A path can involve whatever it is you want it to involve. I've also kind of, like, got a DIY create your own spell thing that I thought I'd go over
Can we
with
make
you.
a spell?
Yes.
Oh my god,
We're not gonna perform it.
No.
But we can make one.
Because I know that a lot of spells, I was reading about it today. I was all into this today. That a lot of spells rely on like the moon and like the full moon. Oh, I love this.
There's correspondences to go with that as well.
Ooh.
But yeah, so Fashion Magic is super cool. And that kind of, it almost goes with like what I was saying about sex magic, whereas like, for example, put on lingerie. And we touched on that in the last episode. So I'm really cool. I think it's really cool that we're kind of taking
full
it full
circle.
Yeah, exactly. But something like putting on your favorite black dress or your favorite like red shirt or all of those things, like color magic, and really feeling the energy of what you're wearing.
Right. That's why people have lucky outfits.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, like a lucky dress or like.
And like you develop that superstition and you've set that intention on that item so that whenever you wear it, you're like, no, the good things are going to happen today.
Right. And even if bad things come your way, because you're in that,
you're still telling yourself good things are going to happen today.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. So like, yeah, we've got some cool color-coded magic there. But like, okay, yeah. So it describes like makeup as a ritual, which is the one I wanted to talk to you about. And like ways that you can kind of turn your beauty routine into something of a spell, and how you can like correspond with colors to do those things as well. Because like I said, every color has an energy. So like, for example, she writes here that, you know, a cat eye eyeliner is perfect for when you want to perform a glamour, like a glamour being referred to as like the fashion spell.
Right.
But yeah, when you want to perform a glamour that basically provides like a barrier, people don't want to mess with you.
Ooh,
She's a badass bitch. Look at that winged eyeliner.
Is it kind of intimidation in a way?
Yeah,
sort
yeah.
of like don't fuck with me.
Exactly. Using silver in your eyeshadow is a great way to invoke the power of the moon.
Ooh, I have silver on right now.
You do.
Power of the moon.
We actually just passed a new moon in Scorpio, which is a very, very dark moon. Very, very, very sexy, very mysterious.
Fucking Scorpios.
Of course, I got my period.
I'm on it right now.
Okay, so I was born on a new moon, and I get my period with the fucking new moon. And
What the fuck?
Well, the moon is a 28-day cycle, and so do we, and I'm so angry about it. I'm mad that makes sense.
Did you know what's happening tonight or tomorrow?
Which?
Mercury retrograde.
Oh, of course. Yeah. I stopped thinking about it because Mercury retrograde's not a big deal.
Oh, interesting. Which one do you think is?
To me, Saturn. Mercury retrograde happens 4 times a year, so it's just like,
Deal with it.
yeah. Venus retrograde sucks.
Oh, that's the like love, the love, the love
Not
planet.
my favorite. Mercury retrograde basically just means like don't buy a house. Like you're probably that's when Halifax loses Wi-Fi all over the city. Do you remember that? We like lost all the fucking cell towers. That happened during Mercury retrograde. Both times, Sarah. Both times. I've had debit issues at the store during Mercury retrogrades. I've had my printers go to shit during Mercury retrograde, but that's all it is.
Things just act out.
minor inconveniences, things to do with communication and technology, which is what Mercury governs.
Ooh, you know your shit with astrology.
I'm pretty okay with astrology. The thing is, there's so much with astrology, and like you can learn so many different aspects of astrology.
I think
I've
that
got an okay handle.
I need to book you to be a co-host. I'm gonna get an astrologer on.
That would be so fun. That would be fun.
I think I need to do just a astrology.
Yeah, I've got
only
a couple
episode.
of friends in the astrology community.
Yeah.
But I don't know anybody that does it for a living.
I actually just like my new coworker told me about her friend who's opening a new shop in the North End, and she's an astrologer, and she's taking classes.
But she needs someone to work there.
Oh my god, I should totally actually I'll look into that because it's a new store.
I mean, if she needs staff,
it's like a
even
witchy
just
store.
management staff, I'm good at that.
Heck yes! Oh my god, that's actually a really good connection.
I mean,
yes.
yeah, damn girl, you're killing it today.
Yeah, I will.
This was an advantageous visit.
I know, it's networking. This is how we network. We podcast.
That's right, we do. But yeah, so like more examples are like using dark green and gold could invoke the power of Mother Nature or powers of the earth. It could make you maybe feel more grounded, give you more earth trait qualities. Maybe you have the traits of a Taurus or a Virgo or a Capricorn that you wish you embodied. Invoke the power of the earth for that.
That's so interesting.
Yeah,
because
which
I
is
think
something I should probably do because I am a baby with cancer placements and let me cry about everything.
Well, see, that's the weird thing. I've never thought of myself as earthy. I've always seen myself as more fire and water.
Yeah, see, I see
and
that
I have a
bull,
lot of
though.
earth.
That's the thing is the bull, I see it.
Yeah, I know. It's
like
there.
Taurus is a fun one. Taurus is the most fiery out of the.
Do you think?
Oh yeah.
I always thought
Out of the
Scorpio
earth-
was. Oh, out of the earth.
Earth placements, yeah.
Right,
out of the
right.
earth placements. Scorpio's definitely the most fiery out of the water placements.
Did you just hear something? Like a bell? Like a dinging?
No.
That was really strange.
Oh, I'm spooked now.
Yeah. That was kind of weird. Okay. Keep going.
Again, just like small makeup things, and
I love that.
Like how a little bit of blush can help you attract love and sex, since blush mimics the flush of an orgasm.
And red lips.
Yes.
So if you do a red lip, or like, well, red in general.
Yeah. So
is very
we
like.
can talk a little bit about colors if you want. So like.
Yes, please.
For example, if you want to invoke certain energies, you can obviously choose colors. So red wants to give you energies that are passionate and fierce, capable, connected to fire. The first chakra, I'm not that big into chakras yet, but I am learning more. Dangerous, sexy, and sensual, as that goes into like pink, which is more loving and compassionate. Orange is a fun one. I'm also into numerology.
Ooh.
I don't have my book on that either. I should have brought my other book. But like figuring out your life path number. Have you added your birth? Do you know your number?
I think I do. I think it's. Well, I know what card it is, and I think isn't it associated with a tarot card?
It can.
Am I right in saying that?
It can.
Is there a
be.
way for me to find out? Can I find out?
With a quick calculation of just like add your birth together. So
Ooh.
like, what's your birthday?
March 5th. So 0305.
Okay. 03 plus 5. What year?
1987.
Okay. If that's correct, that means your number is 6.
Yes, that's what I thought it was.
Okay,
So
cool.
6, yeah, I think it's like the Lovers or something.
Ooh, okay, so that's
Yeah.
fun. The
Yeah.
Lovers, if that is the Lovers, let me double check for you.
Yes, can we double check? I love this so much. This is so fun.
The Lovers represents Gemini, which is what I am. Because there's the 2.
You got the Gemini hair.
Yes, the Lovers is 6. Love, attraction, virtue, compatibility, harmony, triumph over trials, all kinds of fun stuff. Mine's 9, which is justice, which is interesting because I'm a Libra rising.
Oh, shit. I actually really see that now. The Libra rising in you.
Oh, yeah, it's the aesthetic. Do you know how many shoes I own?
You're a
I don't know if
shoe
you
girl?
saw my floral Doc Martens I walked in here with,
Oh,
but
man. That's funny. That is so funny.
yeah.
Okay, that's fascinating.
But yeah.
So color is...
But yeah, so also numerology can correspond with colors, with color magic.
Ooh,
so
okay.
I can't remember them off the top of my head because I'm basically a failure. But each number has a color that it corresponds with. Really? And then, so that color, I don't know if it has anything to do with your aura or not, but that color can sometimes represent kind of like what your energy is.
Could we Google it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So numerology...
yeah, I would just type in numerology color magic.
Ooh, okay. I'm interested.
From what I recall about my number, for example, my number is 9, and I think my color was orange, which according to most color magic tables, correspondence are related to like creative passion, so more of like an excited kind of like energy as opposed to like the more like sensual passion of a red.
Right. Ooh, that's
But like
interesting.
with still the like bright and happy energy of a yellow.
That's you.
Yeah.
That is very you.
I felt it when I was orange. It was fun.
Yes.
And that's the thing is I get into it with my hair colors too, right? Like I have a different personality with every
You
hair color.
truly do. Let's see here. Does it say what the color is? It doesn't say. Numerology.
I can get back to you on that for your own purposes because
I'm
I do
just-
have it in a book at home.
I am so curious. Color. Would it be numerology color chart? Would that make sense?
Maybe or like color correspondence.
Oh, it doesn't.
Where are your numbers? Color correspondence. Oh, 6 indigo.
So like a dark purple?
Yes.
Ooh,
So-
interesting.
Okay, what do we got?
Interesting.
So
I do love purple.
Yeah, indigo's indigo is kind of a mix between purple and blue, so it gives you that like calm but royal and divine serene kind of energy. Very Pisces.
Ooh, yes.
Very Pisces.
You can almost like take this and like decorate your house based on your colors.
I want to.
Yeah, right?
Right? Like I want to do all
Yeah.
of these things. I mean, my rooms in my house are already color coded, but
Oh, I love that.
yeah. But yeah, there's just like honestly so many tiny, and that's what all of this is really about. It's just like teeny tiny ways that you can work magic into your
Yes.
life without feeling like you need an altar, without feeling like you need all of these
Chanting.
supplies and
Yeah.
like all the things that all the witches on Instagram are telling you that you need to feel authentic.
Right. Yes, you were saying this.
And I feel like that's the thing is like, and I love them. Don't get me wrong, and they're great sources for inspiration. But I find that there's not a whole lot of like.
practical magic.
Yeah,
Literally.
no, truly.
Literally.
Like just
Practical.
kind of like, hi, like I have a full-time day job. I don't just sit here and collect sage all day. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just like, I love your aesthetic and I love everything that you are providing me content-wise. And I know this is your full-time job and you're lucky enough to do that. But what about us?
Exactly.
What about the full-time witches?
Full-time witches? We're busy-ass bitches.
I love that rhymed.
I know, right? That
like a-
sounded very
That'd
rhymey.
be like a punk song.
I love that. Okay, so what's this do-it-yourself spell thing?
Yeah.
I want to get into this.
So basically, again, it's just ways to kind of use various correspondences and like your own little rituals to kind of create a spell that could work for you. So step 1 is kind of you want to figure out whatever it is that you want to do. So whatever it is, like, do you want to attract a certain energy? Do you want to banish a certain energy?
I think I want to banish
Do you want
a
to
certain
protect yourself and your home? Or do you want to feel a sense of security, or I don't even know.
Man,
like
I want all
various-
that.
right? I mean,
Is there a spell that's like just for everything?
Just the fix everything spell.
Just throw everything into a pot and
Yeah,
do it. Cauldron.
something like that.
I think. Well, like say I went like let's actually stick with the banishing because we have
yeah.
Because so banishing negativity and like depression
Okay.
and stuff like that.
Cool. So one of like the next steps is figuring out essentially just how you want to do it. So whether that is through sex magic, whether that is through glamours, whether that is through a legitimate ritual, whether that is through intentions, whether that's through candle magic.
Right.
So
Ooh.
that involves some sort of action, as in lighting those candles. Let me take a quick gander at some candle magic stuff real quick.
Actually, while you're looking up candle
Yeah.
magic, maybe I'll light the candles. Because we are going to put out this incense and light the candles.
And there's also like certain days of the week also have certain energies that they invoke. Like there's so much that you can do to really make a spell your own.
Friggin' Mondays. They're the worst.
Yeah, so we've got spell candles that we are using. I mean, they're not relevant really to banishing negativity and depression, but we're still working on self-love.
Yeah, I think she said like the red was like passion and this was more.
The red is passion, sexual love, health, and related to the fire element.
Right.
Where the pink is more referred to as like love and femininity, more of like a mothering, nurturing aspect.
Yes,
But
like
also
both
healing
of
of the heart.
Healing. Yes, this pink one is going to stay right beside me.
Yeah, the pink one's basically perfect for what we're working
This
with.
ain't going to work.
Or for what you want it
She
to
told me to put wax in here, stick it.
Oh, yeah.
But like, it's not.
Not lubey enough yet.
It's not lubey enough.
But basically, yeah. So from there, you kind of you want to pick your action that you want to do. Usually with candle magic, that means like anointing the candle in like some sort of essential oil, whatever essential oil like corresponds with whatever kind of spell you're looking to create. So for something, I'm not that up on oils, and I don't have all the correspondences in front of me.
Essential oils are so pricey.
Yeah, you can usually use olive oil, which is pretty fine.
Yeah, okay.
Or like other essential oils. A lot of like spell shops will have like certain oils that they recommend for certain spells as well. Like Neighborhood Witch probably has some that are like labeled and everything because they're super helpful. And you can also add herbs if you want to, or like whatever other correspondences that you think are relevant to the spell work that you want, the energies that you're trying to achieve, that sort of thing. It's so DIY.
You literally, it's like a recipe. Like
exactly.
You concoct all the ingredients that you want.
You can work magic into cooking too. It's great.
Yes. Friggin', what's that movie with friggin' Sarah Michelle Gellar?
Oh my God, I don't.
With the crab? Have you? Oh, it's
I know what you're talking about.
And I seriously think I literally have it. I think it's on my shelf, which is so sad.
But yeah, so basically, there's often some sort of like dressing of the candle. So whether that means anointing it with oil or like carving like a certain message into the side of the candle. Sometimes you can pair that with like just a written intention that you burn. That sort of thing.
That was one of the ones I found. It was like talking about getting over someone, like writing out.
Oh yeah, like
everything and then burning
those sorts
that.
of things and then burning them. And sometimes it's good to kind of like get rid of the ashes in a good way. Sometimes like banishing those ashes in certain ways. Like if you look into exactly like the correspondence for whatever it is you're trying to achieve.
Right.
Sort of
You
thing.
can essentially make a spell for anything, eh?
Absolutely. And that's,
But you should probably focus on one thing at a time, I imagine.
yeah. And again, you don't really want to do spells that have to do technically like with a certain person. Like
No.
you can decide that you want to cast a spell on a person so that their energies don't affect you.
But you're thinking of that person in terms of their
But
energy.
it's more or less a protection spell for yourself. Like you're
Right.
protecting yourself from their energies.
Right.
Less than actually like
putting the
affecting-
spell on them.
Yeah, because you never really want to fuck with somebody else when it comes to spell work. It's all for self-improvement and self-growth.
Yeah, the crafts, don't take it literally on the craft.
Yeah.
The things they do on that movie.
Well, and that's the thing is, like, the universe is going to do a bunch of random shit, whether we like it or not.
Whether we like it or
whether
not.
we talk to it or not.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know. I figure it's everything that our parents hoped religion would be.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's so true. Ooh, oh boy. This is fun. I kind of want to make spells.
Right?
I didn't even realize that you could just make your own spell.
Oh, absolutely. Like, all you got to do is, like, again, just figure out what corresponds with whatever it is you want to work with, and just be so damn sure of your affirmations. Like, you make your own fucking magic.
And you know what? That kind of leads into tarot, which we're going to do
For
in a
sure.
second. So, because tarot, like what people tell you when you get tarot card readings, like when you're shuffling, you're thinking.
Yeah.
You're
I'm gonna
thinking?
get you to shuffle these.
Oh, I'm so excited. So we're going to do a tarot card reading here, guys. Another one.
With my Urban Outfitters tarot cards. I have actual, like, Rider-Waite tarot cards, but I, TBH, didn't want to fuck with their energies.
That's fair.
I have them sitting at home under an amethyst at all times.
Do we have enough room with the candles here? Is this a weird kind of arrangement for a reading?
I think it should
Like where
be
we're
okay.
where we're kind of
Yeah, I don't take my readings too seriously. A lot of my tarot readings that I do are
love that.
single card readings. Actually, yeah, and I'll get you to shuffle these.
Okay, so I'm gonna shuffle. And do I think of anything like a question? Or?
Sometimes it depends on. Yeah, I guess a question will usually work. So single card readings are usually if you want like a yes or no answer. I can do like a past, present, future kind of situation for you.
Okay.
I still don't know all the meanings again, like off the top of my head, so I will still reference them.
Yes, we're gonna reference all.
But I would
of the
probably
cards.
either do like a general past, present, future reading, or if you want like something specific, like an outlook on a certain situation, I can give you like a 1 card insight as well.
And do I say the question out loud?
I would say once you're done shuffling,
Okay.
maybe ask the deck the question and then choose your card. There's a lot of other nuances that go into it. For example, choosing a significant, I can never pronounce that right, significator is helpful. Basically, it's just a card that represents yourself that you basically kind of set aside to look over the reading. And that kind of adds almost like a personalized energy to the reading itself. When I do readings for myself, I use, I think, the Page of Swords, because the Page of Swords has like astrological meanings for myself. Ooh. Yeah, basically the Page of Swords represents like a younger female, and when they say younger, they mean like not like matriarchally, yeah, that sort of thing.
Right.
But like a younger woman of an air sign.
That's you.
Yeah, and I can't remember what the other ones are off the top of my head. I mean, it would be a page. I just can't remember the. I could look at the correspondences.
I always try to make
I should
note.
know these off the top of my head. Cups is water. There we go. You'd be the Page of Cups. I knew it all in my brain, Sarah.
Me?
Why did I question myself?
I'm Page of Cups.
You'd be a Page of Cups. Yeah.
Is that based on Pisces?
Yeah, because Pisces is a water sign. Cups would be
I do get a lot of cups that show up in my readings a lot, I find.
interesting.
So like I've kept meaning to like make note of the cards that show up and just be like, why do they show up so
It's
much?
good to journal these types of things.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can set aside a certain journal for that, a lot of which is called out a grimoire or a book of shadows, whatever you want to call it. I don't typically actually use one of those because I bullet journal anyway.
Right.
So I just throw it into what I'm already like journaling with my daily life.
And do you read yourself a lot with these tarot cards?
I've been very lazy about it, but I used to try to do at least a weekly reading for myself.
Ooh, interesting.
I want to get back into doing at least one pick a card every morning. Just to give me an outlook for the day.
So, okay, so can I do a yes or no question?
Yeah.
And also a pass?
I mean, yes or no is obviously like, it's not as clear cut as
Right.
yes or no. Like it's up to the cards. It's more of like a positive negative.
Now, can the question be about something that happened in the past?
Yeah. Yeah. Just it's basically what kind of insight are you looking for the cards to offer you? That's the real what the question is.
Now I'm overthinking it. I'm wondering if I want to know the answer.
I mean, you can keep it as vague as you want, I guess. Again, it's just up to the card's interpretation and your own. That's the biggest thing too. With not quite these because these are gimmicky tarot cards, but with the Rider-Waite deck, a lot of the correspondences come from the imagery on the cards themselves. So a lot of, if you see that one of the cards shows a man who seems in anguish, it's probably not the most positive card. If you see something flourishing with flowers and happiness, that's probably something a little bit more happy.
I usually get a lot of dark cards in my readings.
That's fair. They don't necessarily mean bad things.
Right.
A lot of dark cards also denote that you're able to withstand the dark things and that you're going to come out even stronger.
So maybe for my yes or no, I'll just ask. I feel like I'm in a really bogged down time. And I've felt like this for a long time.
Yeah, for sure.
So I guess what I'm wondering is if I'm going to come out the other side and finally be at peace with life. Like, happy. Like, that's a very broad question.
It is,
I know.
yeah.
But I guess maybe we could,
that's the thing is it can always change.
We could narrow it down maybe like, am I going to get over this person?
Okay.
Am I going to get over this?
Okay.
This
Or even,
person
and if you want to
who-
even generalize, it could be like, how is the getting over process going to go?
Yes, let's do that.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Draw a card.
So I just draw one and
Just
I can draw
one.
it.
If
Draw
from
it from
anywhere,
anywhere.
from the middle of the deck, top of the deck, it's up to you. The card already picked you. It doesn't really matter.
Ooh, interesting. Oh, did I pick two? I might have accidentally.
Big
Oh, no.
card. No, you're good.
Sweet.
You're good.
Okay, picked it.
All right. We got the Emperor.
Oh, interesting. The
Early
Emperor.
card. So that's at the beginning of the major. I'll show your fancy visual
Yes.
elements. The tattoo tarot.
I love it. It's really pretty.
Yeah, all my tattoos are American traditional style. So as soon as I saw
yeah.
an American traditional style tattoo deck, I was like, well,
Heck yes.
the gimmick got me. So the things that the Emperor does relate to are obviously it's a king. It is a man in power. It could represent authority. It could represent leadership. It could represent proficiency, wealth, stability. So there's one, not to stretch, but there's also one part that could represent an entirely different man.
Right.
So there's always that option. You never know. It represents perseverance, endurance. Kind of exactly what you were asking about.
Right.
Realization.
That could be me.
Exactly. You could be the strong masculine influence.
Right.
Because that doesn't necessarily mean that you're a man. That just means a masculine force. You could end up in a field that is dominated by men.
Very true.
And you could end up in power.
Very true. Or maybe I take the power back.
Maybe.
Maybe it's the power that I've felt like it's been over me and I'm taking it back now.
Maybe. See, again, those kinds of things, they get a little bit more specific with a past, present, future reading, because that's what you're looking at, this is what was happening in the past, this is what's happening to me right now, this is what I can expect in the future, kind of thing.
I like that.
But so far, I feel like this is not necessarily a bad reading.
No.
But yeah, so effective, logic, experience. There is some obstruction, there's some lack of ability, there's some weak character and immatureness, and it can also lead to rebellion.
Okay.
So maybe somebody that's not ready for the amount of power. That could also be it.
That could very well be it. Yep. I could definitely apply that in my situation.
And that's exactly it, though, is it's all so subjective.
That's the thing, but I like it. It does still make you think of things differently.
Yeah, no, that's all it is.
Like,
that's all it is. It's to look inward.
Yeah. Looking in. It's dark, but you got to do it.
Exactly.
So let's do the other one.
Okay.
So we're gonna do.
You can shuffle again if you like. And then you can choose 3 different cards. Sometimes it's cool to look at cards that fall out, actually, because sometimes they can offer additional insight too, because it means those cards kind of wanted you to see them.
Yeah.
So pentacles generally represent things to do with money and earth signs.
Oh, that's me. Money, stress, and earth. Taurus placements.
I mean, fair. Let's see, you've got an 8 of Pentacles and a 6 of Pentacles. And numbers all have their own correspondences too. So that's, that's a whole friggin' ordeal. So obviously the 8 means a certain thing, the 6 means a certain thing. And that can apply to tarot, that can apply to obviously numerology, but that can also apply to astrology. That can apply to so many things. Numbers are crucial. And the fact that math backs everything up is even scarier.
Oh yeah. Yes.
apprenticeship, employment, commission, planning, craftsmanship, ambition, or lack of it. Good financial trends on the up and up. Caring acts, generosity. This guy.
That's positive.
Yeah.
King of Swords.
Yeah, it's
This guy
another-
popped out of my deck.
He wants you to see him. He's a businessman. He's a judge. He's a lawyer, doctor, advisor.
My dad's a judge.
Interesting. Authority, power, superiority. It could represent him. You never know. Maybe he
came up in my other reading too.
Maybe he's got some financial advice to give you.
Wow. Oh God. Uh-oh. It's a conversation I don't want to have.
I mean,
but, but maybe.
Maybe he's giving you money.
Ooh, maybe.
Like a lot of it. I don't know.
Ooh. I'll take it.
But yeah, like it's just
That's
fun.
interesting. Okay, cool.
Yeah, like they fell out. So
They fell out.
It's good to look at them.
And so
see-
do they go back in?
Yeah, let's throw them at the bottom or wherever.
Let's throw
Doesn't
them at
really
the bottom.
matter as long as you
Okay.
like. Honestly, the shuffling part is kind of like as long as you feel it's right.
I feel it's right. I
All
do feel like it is right now.
All right,
I'm done.
So yeah, draw 3.
I draw 3 from anywhere.
Yeah.
So we go there.
Stop. Okay, got a reversed one. Interesting.
Another
Oh,
reverse.
2 reversed ones.
Oh my God, they're all
reversed.
reversed. Is that bad?
It could just be that the deck is poorly shuffled. Like it's still very new. It hasn't been used a lot.
That's true.
On the side note, some tarot readers don't even care about reverse cards. A lot of them do. Reverse can either mean sometimes it is the inverse of whatever the card has to tell you. Sometimes it can just mean a weaker version.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I wouldn't read too far into them being reversed, but it can have a certain play on what their reading will come into. So we have the Wheel of Fortune,
Wheel of Fortune.
which is interesting.
And how do you read them? Past, present, future?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Am I just like bad at numbers?
Math is not our strong point.
Wheel of Fortune. There we go. So cycles of life, destiny, new cycles. So that's the past. Evolution through progression. Like the Wheel of Fortune is a very like close to the end, or no, they're pretty close to the middle. Never mind. I'm talking out my ass. So success, sudden luck. One person's loss, another gain, ups and downs. So because it is reversed, that could mean the inverse. It could just mean a lesser version of that.
Could be the opposite.
Exactly. Judgment. So, depending on what that means for you, this card could also represent rebirth, renewal, awakening of the dead, rejuvenation, judgments, call to new life, creation, promotion, and rehabilitation.
Huh. And that's present?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that kind of sounds something similar to like a phoenix rising from the ashes situation.
Right. So could that mean that maybe I had financial struggles before, but now I'm trying to take control of that and rise above like the judgments I got?
That could literally that could very well be what that means.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Like I'm trying to make more money now. I'm trying to like
yeah.
get my shit together.
You're rising from those ashes, exactly. Like
Yeah.
you're rebirthing yourself in a sense.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to get over someone too,
Yeah.
so maybe it's not the
It's a whole
immediate
personal
present.
rebirth.
Yeah. Huh. Well, there's definitely a lot of personal stuff going on. That's like
Yeah.
for sure, like probably more than it ever has been
Exactly,
in life.
yeah.
So I feel like that comes out a lot in my readings because it's just very prominent.
And that's fair. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you put those energies right into the card. They read you back.
Oh, creepy. Stop reading me cards.
So for your future, you're looking at 3 of Cups. Whether you read it inverse or not, it represents happy gathering, social activity, group effort, victory,
Ooh.
problems resolved, wounds and painful memories healed,
Oh my God.
pleasures of life,
Ah. That was a good natural progression in this.
conclusion.
Oh.
I like this reading for you.
That's a really that was actually really good.
So like because these are inverse, these things could mean that things are tough.
Yeah.
But because this is reversed at the same time, it could literally just mean that, like, it's not necessarily going to be bad. It's just going to be a struggle.
A struggle. Yeah.
But
I mean, that's very true.
Yeah.
I feel like every single time I do tarot, struggle is always there.
I feel like struggle is just always there.
But I've been like with friends with readings. I'm like,
Right.
Like it's just always a different vibe than like struggle is always in my cards.
Interesting. I've never actually had a professional reading done. I've just been reading them for myself for a really long
Oh,
time.
you should get one done.
I've always wanted to. Yeah, I've just been too lazy to go and find parking.
Yeah. That's fair. That is totally fair. What's another thing we could do? So I could actually hand you over my birth chart if you want to take a look.
Oh, I do want to look at your birth
So
chart.
we're gonna
honestly
end
just
on
for
birth
my
charts.
own like
I know.
looking, like, being nosy. Okay, so I actually do have some things to say about CoStar.
Ooh, what do you have to say?
So CoStar is a really good app I find for, and I still have good things to say about CoStar. I've got mixed reviews. CoStar uses a housing system that is not used by like any other like astrologer. Like the astrology community does not use porphyry charts, and I don't know why CoStar does.
Oh, okay.
CoStar is obviously also run just entirely by AI, so it takes a lot of the human aspects out of it. That's why they send you those creepy fucking messages every morning that are like, fold your laundry.
Right.
And then the next day it's like actually insightful shit, and then the next day they're just like, don't think too much today.
I actually find the pattern to be more dead on.
I really like the pattern. I wish it told me what planet was responsible. But I do have a
Sure.
solid enough astrology thing now that I can read the pattern and be like, okay, that's that planet.
Right.
That's that transit. That's what's going on. I do really like the pattern. Calls you right out. Calls you the fuck out.
Oh my god, does it ever?
Yeah.
Everybody get the pattern. It's
Actually, add me on the
insane.
pattern.
Oh, fuck yeah. How have I not added you yet?
Yeah. But no, it uses a housing system that I really don't like. But I do find it was a good tool for getting into astrology, developing the interest in general, and then seeking more information.
Yes.
Because as soon as I had CoStar, I really liked it. I enjoyed using it. I liked the horoscopes, but I just found myself craving more. And once I downloaded more astrology apps, I kind of stopped using it. Like, I don't open CoStar. I just wait for the fucking message to come.
But is this birth chart correct? Like what
It might be. It might. The chart itself, like your planets are probably correct. That your houses might not be.
Let's see if we can pull it up maybe on a different. What's a better website to use? For a birth
Honestly,
chart?
just like if you're going onto the internet, Cafe Astrology is pretty easy.
Okay, cafe. And while I'm doing this, can you explain just generally, like, okay, so there's signs, then there's planets, then there's houses.
Yeah.
What do they all mean?
So signs are constellations. Planets move in the sky. The sign that a planet is in is basically just where that planet is in the sky, falling under that constellation.
Right.
Your houses are entirely based on you. They are your birth chart. So when you have your birth chart, you basically have a giant circle that lays out the beginning of your first house, which is essentially so hard to explain, where the sun was on the eastern horizon the moment you were born.
Whoa. Yeah, that's pretty specific.
And what sign it was in. So for you, it was in Taurus the minute you were born. That's where the horizon was.
That's where it was.
Yeah. Like that's where the horizon hit the sun or something. It's
I'm
weird.
a bull.
Yeah.
I'm a bull, baby.
And that's what you project out to the world because it's your rising. It's been said that you actually grow out of your rising as you get older.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Birthplace.
But
And then so that would be the planets or what do the houses mean?
Yeah, so your houses represent different areas of your life essentially. So as your planets move through the different houses, those planets affect different areas of your life. The sign that the planet is in is just the type of energy that planet is now feeling.
Right. Okay.
So for example, let me look at my own chart, tell you something that's going on in my life.
Ooh. I love birth chart
So currently, we're still, the sun's in Scorpio, the moon is in Sagittarius. What does that mean for Frankie? So currently the moon is transiting my second house. The second house is a house related to material possessions like money, security, physical resources.
Okay.
So planets that are in my second house are fucking with my money.
Oh, yeah?
They're fucking with my possessions and my physical resources and what I value highly. So the moon, which is emotions, being in Sagittarius, going through my second house right now, basically seems that like the material world is a little bit of a more emotional importance to me. Like things like my money are going to affect my emotions.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, the Sagittarian aspect of it is kind of more of, it mentions here a heightened sense of pleasure in the beauty of the world around me. Sagittarians are the wanderlust signs. They're also like obnoxious party fire signs. I love Sagittarians.
I do too.
I fucking get on
And
so
Scorpios.
well with Sagittarians. I have mixed reviews on Scorpios.
I think
Mixed reviews, especially October Scorpios. I'm looking at you.
Oh shit.
November Scorpios only.
Interesting.
But yeah, so like as it moves through your different houses, it affects different areas of your life. That's basically transit astrology. That's how the planets right now affect you. Whereas I look even at your own natal chart, so I see that you have let me take a look here. Can I see the chart or like the circle? Yeah. It's the circle at the bottom.
Hopefully. Just go all the way down. Oh.
Yes, give me that.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Cool. Ooh, cool. Yeah.
Ooh.
So, you're also a Taurus Mars. I'm a Taurus Mars. You're also a Taurus Moon. So a Taurus Moon and a Taurus Rising. That's why you're so fucking Taurus.
I have three Taurus. So I'm Moon Taurus, Mars Taurus, and Taurus Rising.
So generally, if you have 3 or more planets in one sign, it's actually called a stellium. Generally, the ascendant doesn't count. But yeah, so first house being ruled by Taurus. Oh, so interesting. Oh my gosh. I always reference things because like that's the
What
thing.
app are you using?
This app is called Time Passages. It is only available on iPhone. It's a lot of features within Time Passages are paid features. I've never had to buy one to get the most use out of the app, but it has a friggin' glossary of everything. So like literally anytime I'm like slightly confused about something, I'm like, let me just go back into this app and I'll have all the information and everything will be beautiful.
But it's not on iPhone?
Oh no, it's only on iPhone.
Only on iPhone.
But so like knowing what we know about Taurus revels in the pleasures of life. And your first house is your house of self, house of self-expression, house of ego. So a lot of those things could be indulging yourself. Those things involve 3-wick candles. They involve bubble baths. They involve
food.
Expensive food. Yeah, they involve hashtag self-care. Self-care is a method of overspending.
I love those memes where it's like talking about Taurus at home or whatever, and it's just like they're just
bubble
in bed
bath
with
and the
food.
wine. Yeah.
That's me. I love it.
It's very, very good. But that's your first house, so it's very apparent.
Okay.
Other things that I can like quickly denote. Ooh, you also have Mercury in Pisces. I don't know that much about that placement. Because Pisces is a very like dreamy sign. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac and kind of represents a little culmination of everybody.
Yes, I heard about that.
Yeah, so basically the way you think about it is that Aries is the baby. Aries is, it also represents tarot cards as well. Aries is the baby. Aries represents the fool. The fresh into the world, has no idea how to navigate it, and is just charging in head first, ready to go. Taurus is kind of like Bambi on the ice, figuring things out, kind of slipping a little bit, but slowly getting there. Gemini is like the third baby, learning how to talk, communicate, that sort of thing. Cancer comes in, wants to learn how to feel. Leo comes in, says, hello, I am the sun. Everybody look at me.
Friggin' Leos.
I love a Leo moon. I'm just throwing that out there. If anyone is listening and has a Leo moon, will you please be my friend?
And is moon how you love or how you show emotion? Moon, like,
one of those.
Right.
Moon is how you show emotion. Venus is how you love.
Venus is love.
Yeah. If the moon can represent how you love, it can also represent what you love, but it is more or less the actual like emotional side of it rather than the infatuation side of it.
Right.
Whereas like Mars is all sex.
Yes, Taurus.
Sex and ambition, like your work drive
so
as well.
if your Taurus is in Mars, it just means you love to fuck.
Yeah. basically. What's
What's up? Taurus Mars.
Mariah Carey is also a Taurus and Mars.
Oh, amazing.
Or Mars and Taurus, I mean. But yeah.
Oh my God, that's a whole other thing. Like looking at celebrities.
Oh my God, I love. I have Mariah Carey's birth chart like saved on my phone so I can reference.
Is there like a website for this, or do you just Google?
Cafe Astrology. I usually just type in Mariah Carey birth chart.
Hilarious.
Almost all celebrities, as long as they have a birth time, most astrology websites can pull up celebrity birth charts.
Funny.
I've gotten so like balls deep into celebrity birth charts. One I found really interesting was Prince.
Ooh.
Prince and I have the same birthday, so I wanted to look at his chart.
Ooh.
Another one was, I only looked up his chart because I wanted to be right about it, was Russell Brand.
Oh.
Typical Gemini.
Oh yeah, he is a Gemini.
He's such a fucking Gemini.
Yeah.
Speaks nothing but bullshit and he does it real well. I'm a Gemini.
They love to talk.
Do I ever?
Yeah. But like that's the thing, like I just deduced based on what the internet was telling me that Gemini is perceived as one of the worst.
I feel like that's the
worser
big joke.
signs.
I feel like people are more mean to
Capricorns or Leos.
Yeah, maybe Capricorn. No,
I feel-
Leos deserve it.
I feel like Capricorns get a bad, like whenever
Leos aren't even bad. They're just so self-obsessed that they could deserve to be knocked down a peg.
Well, I always just find them like I
How
associate
dare you
it.
have self-confidence?
I associate it with boringness. I don't know why.
Leos or Capricorns?
Capricorns.
Yeah. So my boyfriend has a Capricorn stellium in
So
the
sorry.
12th house.
So
and anyone
sorry.
that knows about astrology is like, oh, yikes.
I'm so sorry, Frankie's boyfriend. I didn't mean to insult you.
Here's the adorable thing, though, is he has a Capricorn Venus. So his love sign is in Capricorn, which is Capricorn is dad. Capricorn is like the dad that's he's not mad at you, he's just disappointed.
Oh, I hate
Capricorn
that.
wants you to learn lessons, or Saturn wants you to learn lessons. Saturn wants you to go through hardships and come out fucking knowing better. So Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, so embodies a lot of those energies, whereas the sign opposing Capricorn is Cancer. Now that's where my Venus is. So we actually have opposing Venuses. On the surface level, that connection doesn't really want to work. On a surface level, Capricorn is like, why the fuck are you so emotional? And Cancer is like, have you felt ever?
Yeah.
Which is literally me talking to my boyfriend, which is literally our fights.
Oh my gosh.
But the thing is opposing signs, sister signs, for example.
Yes.
Reason I get along so fucking well with Geminis, with Sagittarians, is that it basically, on surface level, it's not supposed to work, but when it does, it's more rewarding.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I have this super sweet connection with my boyfriend that, like, on surface level, we want to, like, get at each other's throats a little bit, but when we do make it work, it's literally such a nice blend of harmonies. Like, he teaches me how to set boundaries and to stand up for myself, and I teach him how to feel.
It's like a complimentary.
Yes, absolutely.
thing.
We give each other the energies that we lack.
I'm just trying to see what mine is. Pisces and
Leo. No, not Leo. Virgo. Virgos are just Earth sign Geminis. If you get to know them, they're funny as fuck.
That's the guy. He's a Virgo.
Fucking asshole. I hate him. Hate him already. Virgo men are the shit. No, not the shit. The shits. I lied. I hate them.
Yeah.
Virgo women, on the other hand, let's talk.
I love this so much. We are just roasting the zodiac. It's fucking fantastic.
No, Virgo men are trash.
Do you know anything about Lilith?
I love Lilith.
So
Okay.
guess what my Lilith is?
What is your Lilith? Mine's Taurus.
I think it's Cancer.
Interesting. Okay.
What does the Lilith mean?
So astrologically, Lilith doesn't actually represent a planet or a physical plane. Lilith represents basically the moon orbits at a ovular cycle less than a circular. So it actually goes in like an ovular.
It's not as round. It's more ovally.
So Lilith essentially represents the darkest side of the moon, the farthest point at which the moon, like,
oh yes, okay,
is in the orbit. If that makes sense.
The dark side of the moon.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
So it represents the dark side of femininity. Lilith is my fucking favorite. Lilith is everything. Lilith is everything. Lilith is my whole soul.
How the heck do I know it says Lilith? How do I find out? I think it's Cancer, but
yeah, it'll tell me. Oh, scroll back down
or up.
maybe.
Oh, there it is.
Lilith in Cancer.
Yeah, I'm in Cancer.
But Lilith basically represents like unabridged female empowerment. The thing with Lilith is that in really, really, really early Hebrew culture, Lilith was Adam's first wife. Lilith was Adam's first wife, who was not subservient. And she basically told Adam to go fuck himself and left the garden. So Adam made a new wife who did everything he said.
So she's like a feminist warrior.
Essentially.
Pretty much.
Yeah. It represents dark themes of feminine sexuality, empowerment, like very much a dark feminine energy.
I want to look up what
Lilith and Cancer.
Yeah.
No, this whole website you'll get lost for like 7 years.
There's so much. Like, it's insane.
And that's the thing with astrology is there's no linear learning. Like you, for example, could have all the knowledge there is to know about every single sign. But I could have all the knowledge there is to know about all the houses. The next person could have all the knowledge there is to know about each of the planets.
Right.
And then then you get into aspects and orbs and deacons and things I haven't even touched yet.
God damn.
There's so much, and it's all math.
Yeah. Would you ever take a course in it?
Oh my God, would I ever? Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing. Lilith in Cancer. She may have felt ashamed for being needy or dependent. And
it does represent female shame in a way because she was hidden away.
And now feels awkward or even angry with people who display these traits without apology. Oof, that's real. She can feel very uncomfortable asking for help or expressing her own nurturing nature as a result. Accepting the very human need for care and concern herself can be empowering. It can also help eliminate extremes of behavior in these areas where she expresses neediness to an extreme after feeling remorse, then repeating the cycle.
So that kind of goes into you, like, you know, being afraid that they'll leave you, like, to the point that almost represents that.
Oh, boy.
But, like, it also, like, I feel like, yeah, no, it represents, like, that deep, dark nature that is repressed or buried that really just goes back into all the shadow work.
Right. Chelsea is seen as human and helpful for illuminating her deeper desires. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah. This is such a crazy thing.
Honestly, I think it's so cool to like be able to really dissect yourself. And I've definitely fallen prey to allowing myself to criticize myself based on astrology.
Right.
I've definitely struggled hard with that.
Well, I had a real time realizing that I was a Taurus rising because I for so long thought I was Aries.
Interesting. And it's all around the same area. Aries sits right between that Pisces, Taurus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always felt very Aries-like. And when I found out I was Taurus rising, I didn't see that at all because I've had bad experiences with Taurus men. And so I think it made me not like Taurus like as a sign.
That's fair. No, that's totally fair.
So when I found I was Taurus rising, I was like, no. But then when I looked further into it, I was like, oh yeah.
That's literally how I feel about my Cancer placements. My mom is a Cancer, and she makes me fucking crazy, so I resent everything about her that I also have.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Yeah. But now I'm realizing that like Cancer placements are soft and wonderful, and they're nurturing, and people love that, and there's too many hard edges in the world already, and people need to be soft like me, and I'm just like, fuck you, I cry all the time.
I only have one Cancer placement.
Lucky
I
you.
have 2 Pisces, 2 Sagittarius, 3 Taurus. So Taurus, I'm Taurus dominant in here.
Yeah.
And... oh, wait. Is it 3? 1, 2...
It's your rising doesn't count.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't count. What the heck does that mean? Node. And node, Aries. Jupiter is in Aries. That's fascinating. I don't know. But I do still feel like I am very true Pisces.
Yeah.
Like, pretty
Do you
true
withdraw a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, kind of need to,
like, but I'm an extrovert, which is a weird thing.
Yeah, no, and
but I need to.
The thing about Pisces is it represents 2 fish swimming in opposite directions.
Yeah.
Like, that's exactly what, like, that sigil.
Yeah.
2 fish swimming in opposite directions.
True.
It's knowing that there's a duality and not knowing how to blend them.
Not knowing. Oof. Being an
Pisces are prone to, like, existential crisis.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah, I'm always thinking about stuff like that.
And it also sits on that, like, Aquarian, like, border. So, like, Aquarians get all conspiracy theory and paranoid, and it adds to that existential crisis.
Oh.
Yeah. Because, again, Pisces is the universal sign. It's the culmination of all the other signs.
It's always interesting to see, like, what signs aren't in your chart.
Yeah.
At all. Like, I have no Leo. I have no Virgo.
fire. All I want is a fire placement, just one. Give me the self-confidence of a fire placement. I'm so over crying.
So I have Aries is fire, right?
Yeah.
And it's
Sagittarius.
And Scorpio. Oh no, Scorpio is water.
Scorpio is water, yeah.
And that's it. So okay.
You're pretty water heavy too, yeah.
Yeah. I'm all over the place.
Pluto and Scorpio doesn't really make a difference because it's a generational planet that only moves every 30 years, so
Oh.
yeah.
Huh.
Like, I mean, it's moving. It changes signs every 30 years.
Oh, fascinating.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Neptune and Uranus are also generational signs, but I think they move a little bit more quickly. Jupiter and Saturn are not really generational signs, but they do move pretty slowly. All the personal planets, Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, they move pretty quickly and at like almost similar scales.
I want to look up the Mercury in Pisces. Because Mercury in Pisces sponges up the feelings and moods of people and the environment around her. Yep. Moody communication, sometimes very talkative, other times withdrawn. Yep.
Yeah.
Tactful, preferring not to offend anyone. Yeah, I get like that. Fertile imagination, flexible mind, sometimes gullible, but usually simply open to possibilities. Indirect, can be very hard to pin her down to any one belief or decision. Yep, that's very much so me. Oh boy. Astrology's crazy. We're going to do a whole astrology episode. We could talk probably for hours about this.
Yeah. No, it's never ending, and that's my favorite part. Is I keep learning every friggin' day more things about astrology.
Yeah.
And just like tell me all of it. I want to just take my phone and like tap it on my forehead and absorb all of the information on the internet. Give me all of Wikipedia. Am I an air sign? Can you tell?
Yes, you are. And you're going to come back when I get an astrologer on. I'm going to get an astrologer
Even if I could
on.
just sit in the room and absorb information, like.
I need an astrologer. I'd love to.
Oh yeah, that'd be tons of fun.
Would love to do I've never had like a professional astrologer read my chart. So.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It all really boils back into just self-exploration, self-growth, and figuring out those things.
This is what it's all about. Everything we did
literally
tonight.
everything we've talked about.
We did talk about spells, we did tarot, we did astrology. It's like the trifecta.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's all about putting your fucking self first.
Fuck yes.
Which is easier said than done. Like, I'm sitting here sounding real confident when I say that, and I go home, bend over backwards for people because I have cancer placements. But
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, just fight against it.
Yeah, but that's exactly it. You know, like, we're both out here saying, hey, we're trying.
We're trying.
We're trying.
That could be an alternate episode title. We're trying.
Really?
Frankie, thanks so much for coming over on this.
Thank you for having
spooky
me.
Halloween special. This was so fun. I feel like we're in our natural habitat here.
This is very good. Yeah, the spookiness definitely put us in our element.
I love it. I thank you so much for coming on. Like, so last minute, too.
Oh, of course.
I was just like, come over.
Like today.
Please now.
Which is why I look like garbage, but it's fine.
You look amazing.
You're just very greasy.
And I adore you. I think you're so great. I look up to you and how you live your life. And if things are tough, I'm here.
Back at you, my dude.
We're here for each other.
For sure.
Yeah, we got some different stresses going on, but we're gonna sort through it all. So thanks so much for coming on, Frankie. Where can people find you? Can people follow you on social media?
If they want to follow me on either Instagram or Twitter, I literally don't care. I post nothing but garbage.
You post amazing stuff, and if you want to see like positive energy and a girl like singing Mariah Carey all the time and dancing around and being happy and fun, like it's
just a regular wine Wednesday.
It is refreshing. It is refreshing to
need
see.
some 80s Kylie Minogue. I got you,
yes,
Sam.
Yes, you did, and that put me in such an 80s mood when I heard that. I love it. But thanks so much for coming on, and ring.